What's up, it's Stress3, back with another Diablo 4 video. Here we're taking a look at the changes coming in patch 2.0, season 6, aka the expansion. Ton of things to go over. Let's start with the major one. We're getting a level and stat squish. You get less armor, life, attack power, and stats. Now the max level is going to be level 60, meaning after level 60 as you see interface, it's only going to be tracking the Paragon levels. Max Paragon level or points is now set at 300. That's 100 more points than before. You also get an extra 10 skill points. The stat switch kinda helps early game power creep, but it goes wild towards the end of the game with the extra 100 levels of Paragon multipliers. We'll go over the Paragon system later down the video. Now let's talk about the next change, the difficulty system. World tiers are gone, and now we're getting standard difficulties like normal, hard, expert, and penitent. Each offers some boosts like world tiers did to experience and gold. Once reaching level 60, you start unlocking the Torment difficulties. To unlock Torment 1, you'll need to beat tier 20 pit. Torment 1 will also lower your armor by 250 and minus 25% resistance to all. Torment 1 also unlocks the chance for new Ancestral items to drop, which we'll talk about in the next part. Torment 2 is unlocked by beating pit tier 35. You will now get 400% more gold and experience. Also increases the drop chances for legendary, unique, and mythic items, while lowering your armor by minus 100 and resistances by minus 50%. Torment 3 is unlocked by beating pit 50. You reduce your armor by 750 and you receive minus 75% all resistances. And last but not least, we have Torment 4. To unlock it, you'll need to finish pit tier 65. In Torment 4, you now lose 1000 armor and 100% all resistance. Now let's take a look at the Paragon updates. Here I'm looking at the Sorcerer board as an example. First major change is the Glyphs can be leveled to level 100. Once reaching Glyph level 45, your Glyph will upgrade to legendary, and its radius also increase from 4 to 5. This change will bring a huge power creep to the game. Each class also gets a new Paragon board, and now its limit for board is set to 5. Let's take a look at the Sorcerer board as an example to what type of power increase can happen. Here we got the fundamental release. When you apply a vulnerable, burning, a critical strike, they take 10% increased damage up to 30%. Solid universal board for all uses. Now let me show you what these multipliers look like at the end of the game. I got Conjure Glyph maxed to 100. At level 100, the Glyph now provides 62.1% increased damage per int. I was able to pump this up to over 931.6 damage. So much for the Blizzard now wanted huge damage numbers. Maybe they will nerf him after the PTR data comes in. Overall interesting change, allow force people to explore the boards fully. Next major change coming in 2.0 is the item changes. Secret items are gone, and we're left to regular legendaries and ancestrals. Ancestral items which are legendary, unique, and mythic now start dropping in Torment 1. Ancestral items now also drop with 1 guarantee greater affix. The item power is now set to 800, which is the highest possible. Helms as you see here can now have 2 sockets as part of new word system that we'll discuss later in the video. Next, let's take a look at the new mythics coming in 2.0. First we got Air of Perdition. The major stat that stands out is the inherent affix, 200% damage to angels and demons. This may be a spoiler indicating that we might be fighting some type of fallen angels in the expansion. Next got the usual stats like 20% crit strike chance, 30% lucky hit chance, 20% movement speed, and plus 2 to core skills. Now for the unique affix, you get a group build up mechanic where you build up Lilith's favor, which increases your damage by 60%. You can also steal this favor from your allies. Interesting item. Next we got the Shattered Vow, a mythic polearm. Could be the best in style weapon for poison springboard. First you have 400% damage to healthy enemies as an inherent affix. Next we have 444 max life, 29% attack speed while berserking, 444% damage over time, and 66.6 chance to become berserking. Unique affixes enemies are now executed while inflicting more overtime damage than alive remaining. Definitely might be a weapon for the poison build Spiritborn. Next you have the Shroud of False Death, a new mythic unique chest. For inherent affix you have a +1 to all passives, could be big. Regular affix are 111 total stats, 333 max life, 333% damage on next attack after entering stealth, and 11.1% resource generation. Unique affix if you have an attack in the last 2 seconds, gain stealth, and 40% movement speed. Could be an interesting item for stealth rogues. First we have the Sorcerer Skill Familiar. It's a new conjuration skill which has 3 different types of element summons. The first node provides the following enhancements to the skill. The first one applies burning damage, which lets new source, so you have to rely on Fireball enchant. Dice 7 applies 15 chill to the target. Lightning 1 stuns enemies for 1 second. Summon Familiar Note gives, while you have 2 different element familiars out, you gain 3% damage reduction. They also now progress in sequence, example fire, ice, and lightning. The Unlock Familiar now gives, while Familiar is active, you gain 10% increased damage to skills that dealt this damage type. Now let's see how these look in action.
I need more time.
Next we have the Druid Stoneburst. It's a core skill that channels damage so you stand still. Not a meme skill like the Sword Incinerate. Stationary challenging skills are not fun to play in D4. Maybe its overtune would be good. Here's a little demo of how it looks. Here we have the new Necro ultimate skill, Soulrift. It has a 50-second cooldown. It corrupts enemies for 8 seconds, dealing 65% weapon damage every second. Every 0.25 seconds generates 2 essence, and grants a barrier for 2 seconds of max life for 5 seconds. Here we have the new barbarian skill, Mighty Throw. Has a 12-second cooldown. Barb's gonna be a range class. Let's take a look how it functions.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Finally, the best for last, we have a new rogue skill called Dance with Knives. It's a cutthroat agility skill that has 6 charges and can be imbued. It's basically a rogue's whirlwind, aka spin to win. And the way it works is you channel it. While channeling you gain 20% move speed, 10% dodge chance, and you throw knives at nearby enemies. Each one of the knives.
Time to do that.
You finally got some quality of life coming in patch 2.0. Now you can favor waypoints on the map. Just right click on the point to set it as your favorite. Really good change for early game when you want to be visiting the Tree of Whispers frequently. If you guys made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe for more D4 content. I appreciate all the support. Until next time.